Broadway Partner Agency. We're located on the campus of Fayetteville State University, and our signal is carried by WUNC Chapel Hill. Today is Tuesday, November the 28th, and your radio hosts today are
Jessica Bullock
and Tina Beatty, and we will be reading the news from the paraglide. No, we won't. Tina, you got the wrong place. We're reading the news for today's edition of the Fayetteville Observer. Don't mind me, folks. I couldn't find a parking place. So, over to you, my dear, and you've got the weather.
Yes. Today we have a high around 67, a low of 43, and sunny today. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we're looking at a high of 70 degrees, a low of 40, mostly sunny. And on Thursday, a high of 66, a low around 46, partly sunny. Friday, 67 degrees, nice with some sun, and a low of 38 degrees. And on Saturday, it'll be sunny, a high around 58 degrees, and a low of 37 degrees. Long-range forecasters are keeping their eyes on weather systems in Alaska and Greenland that may allow frigid air to pour southward and increase the possibility of snow here sometime after December 8th.
Okay. They can keep it up north. Okay, well, we're glad Jessica's here. Let's see. Today in history. Today is Tuesday, the November the 28th. It's the 332nd day of 2017, and there are a count of 33 days left in the year. Today's highlight: on November 28, 1942, fire engulfed the Coconut Grove nightclub in Boston, killing 492 people. In the deadliest nightclub blaze ever. The cause of the rapidly spreading fire, which began in the basement, is in dispute. One theory is that a busboy accidentally ignited an artificial palm tree while using a lighted match to fix a light bulb. In 1861, the Confederate Congress admitted Missouri as the 12th state of the Confederacy after Missouri's disputed secession from the Union. In 1905, Sinn Féin was founded in Dublin. In 1943, President Franklin D. Roosevelt, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet leader Joseph Stalin began conferring in Tehran during World War II. In 1958, Chad, Gabon, and Middle Congo became autonomous republics within the French community. In 1964, the United States launched the space probe Mariner 4 on a course towards Mars, which it flew past in July 1965, sending back pictures of the red planet. So it took it almost a year. In 1979, an Air New Zealand DC-10 en route to the South Pole crashed into a mountain in Antarctica, killing all 257 people aboard. And in 2001, Enron Corporation, once the world's largest energy trader, collapsed after would-be rescuer Dynegy Incorporated backed out of an $8.4 billion takeover deal. Enron filed for bankruptcy protection 4 days later. Now we have the birthdays, and I'm looking to make it looks like we don't have any. Not only that, there's no November here. Well, we sure hope we haven't missed you. I'm looking through my sheets here. October. We go from October to December. Okay, well, if we missed you, we are truly sorry. And the birthdays in the paper today: recording executive Berry Gordy Jr. is 88, singer Randy Newman is 74, CBS News correspondent Susan Spencer is 71, actor Ed Harris is 67, former NASA astronaut Barbara Morgan is 66, actress Asa Pather Murkison is 65, country singer Christine Arnold from Sweethearts of the Rodeo is 61. Actor Judd Nelson is 58. Comedian Jon Stewart is 55. Actress Garcelle Beauvais is 51. R&B singer Dawn Robinson is 49. Excuse me. Actress Gina Tognoni is 44. Actress Amy Garcia is 39. Actress Mary Elizabeth Winstead is 33. And R&B singer Trey Songz is 33. Over to you.
Okay, we have the need to know. Fayetteville Symphony Orchestra. On Saturday at 7:30 p.m., the orchestra partners with the Fayetteville Academy Chorus for a Carolina holiday at Methodist University's Hub Concert Hall. Tickets are $28 for adults, $25 for seniors and military, and $11 for students with ID or children ages 6 to 18. Children 5 and under are free. Advanced purchases are recommended as seating is limited. For more information and tickets, go to FayettevilleSymphony.org or call 433-4690. Soiree Musicale, a benefit for the Fayetteville Area Habitat for Humanity, is at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday in the Capitol Music Room, 134 Person Street. The program includes wine, hors d'oeuvres, and featured performances by Gail Morphosis, Dr. Amanda Penique, Amanda Spafford, and other favorites. Tickets are $25. RSVP to Fayetteville NC Habitat.org, or call 910-483-0952. Blue Mill Christmas Light Show. A drive-through Christmas light show is open on Thursday through Sunday from 6 to 10 p.m. at Blue Mill Vineyard near Dublin at 438 Suggs Taylor Road. Drive through in your vehicle or rent a double-decker bus to see hundreds of thousands of lights synchronized to music that plays through your FM radio. The cost is $6 per person with a maximum of $60 for vans and buses. Bus reservations are required 48 hours in advance. A country buffet is open from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at a cost of just $11 plus tax. Call 910-866-5819.
Look at that success at last. I finally found November. However, there are no birthdays after the 26th of November. What's today?
Today is
28th.
28th, yeah.
28th.
Okie dokie. So, excuse me, here is Livewire this morning. The first question: is there a place in town that accepts VHS movies? I've already called the library and they do not. These are good movies that someone could enjoy. And here's an answer. Several years ago, you probably wouldn't have had any trouble finding someone to take those old tapes off your hands. However, as VHS technology becomes obsolete, it becomes harder and harder to find someone to take them. However, we did find one place that could use the movies. Open Arms Retirement Center, 612 Health Drive in Rayford. Open Arms Activities Director Amber Davis said you can call the facility at 875-3949 or just drop the tapes off any weekday before 5 p.m. If we hear of others who accept the movies, we will pass the names along. And that's from Roger Mullen. And the next question: what has happened to Metalworks, which is spelt W-O-R-X, in Hope Mills? I tried to email and call on the phone with no response. And that's from RM in Pinehurst. Answer: Metalworks, known for the decorative metal American flags they make and ship all over the world, is still in Hope Mills and open for business. Owner Laurie Birch said the company may move to Fayetteville, but that won't be until 2018. You can call Metalworks at 438-9353. Hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. The email address is metalworksinc@ ncrrbiz.com, and the address is 5674 Shipman Road. And we have a new lady here. I don't know, she may not be new to you guys, but she's new to me. She's come to read with me.
Good morning.
Tell them who you are.
CID investigating paratrooper's death. The Criminal Investigation Command is investigating the death of an 82nd Airborne Division paratrooper. Specialist Carlton L. Butler, 22, of North Miami Beach, Florida, was found dead in his barracks room Saturday on Fort Bragg. Butler was an infantryman assigned to the division's B Company, 2nd Battalion, 505th Paratroop Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team. Carlton was an energetic and motivated paratrooper, said Lieutenant Colonel Graham R. White, command of 2nd Platoon, 505th Paratroop Infantry Regiment. Our thoughts now turn to his family and fellow paratroopers. It's the second death of a Fort Bragg soldier in the past week. On Thanksgiving Day, PFC Nicholas C. Martinez of Moultrie, Georgia, was found dead in his barracks room. Martinez was training to become a Special Forces soldier and was assigned to the Student Support Battalion, 1st Special Warfare Training Group. Officials said his death is under investigation.
Okay. I'm here trying to get myself organized. Everything's falling down. Okay, here is in brief. And really, it's a lot like the crime report, but it isn't. But from Lumberton, a Parkton man dies after stabbing. A Parkton man died Thanksgiving Day after a quarrel at a home in Maxton ended with him being stabbed, the Robeson County Sheriff's Office said. Deputies were called to a home on the 1300 block of Midway Road, south of Maxton, between US 501 and Interstate 74, about an assault, the Sheriff's Office release said. The time of the call was not made available. When they arrived, they found Eddie Ammons, 44, of High Pony Trail, in the front yard with a stab wound. Ammons was taken to Scotland Memorial Hospital in Laurenburg, where he later died. Investigators say Ammons and Emmanuel Oxendine Jr., whose age and address were not given, engaged in an altercation outside the house. The argument was the result of domestic issues between Ammons and a woman living at the Midway Road address. The release did not give details about the relationship, and no arrests have been made. And that was from Nancy McCleary. And Lakeway Drive house fire injures occupant. Okay. One person was treated from burns and smoke inhalation after a fire Sunday afternoon. The Fayetteville Fire Department responded to a home at 5989 Lakeway Drive in the Aaron Lake West subdivision after receiving reports of a fire at 2 p.m., a news release said. They arrived and found the home's occupants outside. The release said one person was taken to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center with burns and smoke inhalation that were not life-threatening. The person's name was not given. The firefighters quickly extinguished the fire, and damage was estimated at $3,500, and that was from Monica Mendituoli. And man shot on Spell Drive, taken to hospital. One man was taken to Cape Fear Valley Medical Center after being shot on Spell Drive, Cumberland County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Sean Swain said. A homeowner who has not been identified called authorities about a disturbance in the street. Swain said deputies arrived and found a man with a gunshot wound. Information on the identity of the man and the severity of his injuries were not available. The incident remains under investigation. And that too was from Monica Bendituoli. Police say woman stabbed and disfigured acquaintance. A woman has been charged after stabbing an acquaintance in the face and neck Saturday night. Selena Cherry McDowell, 47, of the 1800 block of Ramsey Street, was arrested and charged by the Fayetteville Police Department with assault causing serious bodily injury, an arrest warrant said. Her bail was set at $5,000. The warrant said McDowell and the victim, Denidra Carter, 33, of Fayetteville, got into a fight around 8 p.m. Authorities accused McDowell of stabbing Carter in the face and neck multiple times with a box cutter. Carter required more than 15 stitches. The warrant said Carter has been disfigured and will require plastic surgery to recover. And that was from Monica Bender 22. And the last one today is suspect arrested after shooting and chase. A suspect was taken into custody Monday night in Fayetteville after news reports say 3 people were shot in Harnett County. The shooter then led law enforcement officers on a chase into Cumberland County. Irwin Police Chief Jonathan Johnson, according to wereadradio.com, said he witnessed a suspect's van leaving the scene of the shooting about 8 p.m., but the suspect refused to stop. The suspect was apprehended when the van crashed into a ditch near a mobile home park in Fayetteville. The suspect, who was not identified, was being held at the Harnett County Detention Center, according to weral.com. The 3 shooting victims, according to WTVD Eyewitness News ABC 11 website, were shot at West M and 15th Streets in Irwin. Johnson said the suspect threw a gun out of the vehicle and then was taken into custody. There was no report on the identity of the shooting victims or their medical conditions. And that was from Bill Kirby Jr.
Panel to address hate crimes. A new committee created to prevent and address hate crimes in Cumberland County will have its second meeting this evening. The Hate Crimes Committee is a subcommittee under the Fayetteville Cumberland Human Relations Commission, a group of 11 people that provides the City Council and County Commissioners with advice on creating harmony among racial and ethnic groups. The committee will host a meeting open to the public at 5:30 p.m. in Festival Park Plaza, 225 Ray Avenue, Suite 108. The meeting will discuss ways that the city and county can be proactive if a hate crime occurs here. Sheila Cuffey, chairwoman of the commission, said the idea for the committee came during strategic planning for the commission in 2016, given increasing racial tensions throughout the nation. However, she said, the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia this summer spurred the commission to action. One person was killed at the August rally of white nationalists, and 2 lawmen in a helicopter monitoring the event died in a crash. That gave us an extra push, Cuffey said. It's all about being proactive. We pray we never have to use it. Cuffey said the goal of the committee is to prevent hate crimes, intervene if hate crimes occur, and engage the community about the issue. We will be out in the community teaching people about what is a hate crime, Cuffey said. Nazagi Glim, a professor of political science at Fayetteville State University, has been appointed chairman of the committee. The committee will also work with another committee, the Crisis Response Team. This committee will be activated only in emergencies, such as if an incident like the Unite the Right rally happened in Fayetteville, Cuffey said. That committee has yet to meet and is still being organized. For more information about the Hate Crimes Committee or its meetings, call 433-1696. That's 433-1696.
Okay, now I actually do have the crime report, only they call it public safety. From Cumberland County, Under the arrest heading, Edward Scott Bowermaster, 33, of the 6800 block of Kingsgate Drive, was charged Monday with forgery and obtaining property by false pretense. Bail was set at $2,500. Excuse me, I had a little drink. Taquasia Stills Ricks, 29, of the 300 block of McFadden Drive, was charged Monday with assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury. Ricks is being held without bail because the charge is the result of a domestic violence incident. Bail will be set by a district court judge today. Jonathan Marquise Stitt, 29, of Charlotte, was charged Monday with breaking and entering and larceny. Bail was set at $10,000. Jason Ray Jenkins, 27, of the 1600 block of Inverness Drive, was charged Saturday with fraud, larceny, and possessing stolen goods. Bail was set at $10,000. Jason Robert Blows, 16, of the 100 block of Gulf Drive, was charged Sunday with 3 counts of larceny, 2 counts of possessing stolen goods, receiving or transferring stolen vehicles, and breaking and entering. Bail was set at $20,000, and William Robert Bryant, 67, of the 900 block of Southview Circle, was charged Sunday with being a fugitive from justice. Bail was set at $50,000. Under the break-in heading on Waddell Drive, 200 block, reported at 5:25 p.m. Sunday, nothing reported taken from residents. And on Blue Street, 700 block, reported at 7:20 Sunday, nothing reported taken from residents.
City Council oath events to cost taxpayers $6,200. When Mayor-elect Mitch Colvin and 9 other Fayetteville City Council members take their oaths of office 7 days from now at Fayetteville State University, it will cost city taxpayers $6,000 and some change. Of that total, $1,500 is because Colvin, with the support of the council, decided Monday night to move the post-swearing in reception from the J.W. Seabrook Auditorium foyer to the Student Center. Whatever we do is going to be criticized, just like it has been for the history of politicians, Councilman Larry Wright said at a dinner meeting before the regular meeting, and in response to Councilman Bill Crisp, who said he has heard criticisms about adding the new location for the reception. We cannot become submissive to the votes of those in the background. The conversation led to a heated debate among some council members. Wright said that the council should not take criticisms from the public to heart regarding the cost and location change. Wright said the reception is a way to honor elected officials. As an elected official, we don't really get paid for what we do, but what we do is a sacrifice for all of us, Wright said. A few extra dollars saying we appreciate what you do would not hurt. Colvin said he believes more people will attend the swearing in because of the high turnover on the council, and noted that the cost is about $4,000 less than was spent in the 2015 inauguration at Fayetteville State University that was more than $10,000. Councilman Arp said that while he believes the lobby at the J.W. Seabrook Auditorium is too small for the reception, he was concerned about spending more money on the event. I am a resilient, Arp said, on spending taxpayer money on celebrations like this. Arp said he does not plan to attend the reception. To me, the after party and all of that has never been appealing, Arp said. Colvin said he asked the city staff about other options for the reception because of capacity concerns. I remember the foyer being congested, Colvin said, in reference to the 2015 inauguration reception. Colvin said city staff recommended the Fayetteville State University's Student Center for the reception. It seemed like a viable option, Colvin said. The center will add an additional $1,500 to the cost of the inauguration, which will bring the total cost to just more than $6,200. City Clerk Pamela Megan said. However, Megan said catering costs have been reduced significantly from 2015. I'm proud we are $4,000 under budget, Colvin said. In addition to Colvin being sworn in, incumbents Wright, Jensen, Chris, Art, and Ted Moen will return to the council along with 4 newcomers, former council member DJ Hare and Johnny Dawkins and Tisha Waddell and Tyrone Williams. Waddell and Williams, who attended the dinner meeting, expressed support for having the reception at the Student Center. Waddell said she feels the city should be proud to have reduced its costs by $4,000. Williams said he believes the council should stand by the mayor-elect and express concerns about not honoring Fayetteville State University. Hare and Dawkins did not attend the dinner meeting.
Okay, this is an article here about Charles Evans. It's fairly long, so I think I'll do station ID first. Then we won't run over. You want to do it? Go ahead.
This is the Southeastern North Carolina Radio Reading Service, a United Way partner agency. We broadcast from the campus of Fayetteville State University, and our signal is carried by WUNC Chapel Hill. As a nonprofit agency, we rely on public donations. We request your support to continue our services. When making charitable donations, please keep the Southeastern North Carolina Radio Reading Service in mind. Our post office box number is 35029. That's 35029, Fayetteville, North Carolina 28303. If you have any questions or comments, please call us at 910-672-1600 or our toll-free number 1-844-709-5656. Your radio hosts are
Tina Beatty
and Linda L. Miller, and we are proud to serve you today.
Indeed. Okay, this is Evans not seeking board chairman position. Charles Evans, the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners vice chairman, said Monday he will not seek chairmanship of the board for the next year. The board is scheduled to select a new chairman at its meeting next Monday. The vice chairman traditionally has been elected chairman. Evans became vice chairman in December by a 4-3 vote. He said Monday the close vote did not have anything to do with his decision not to pursue the chairmanship. I just wanted to serve as vice chairman for a time, Evans said. I had not thought about serving as chairman. I don't want anyone to think that I was overlooked or someone did me wrong, he said. This is totally my decision. Evans said in a statement released by the county that he notified other board members of his decision on Monday. This was a difficult decision for me because I have always strived to work on behalf of our citizens with enthusiasm and excitement, he said. I believe timing is the key, and although now is not the right time for me to serve as the chairman, that does not mean I will not seek the position in the future. Glenn Adams, the current chairman, said the chairmanship rotates and he will not seek the position. Evans said he will continue to represent county residents. He also will continue to serve on the National Association of Counties Justice and Public Safety Steering Committee and as the first vice chairman of the North Carolina Association of black county officials. As you know, I have a great concern for individuals who have criminal records. Therefore, I will continue to work with District Attorney Billy West during the next year to provide opportunities to these individuals to seek possible expungement of their records, he said. Evans said each commissioner, including the chairman, has a vote. Other board members, along with Evans and Adams, are Jeanette Council, Jimmy Keefe, Michael Booz, Larry Lancaster, and Marshall Fairclough. I'm still going to be a fighter, he said. As a chairman, I'd probably have to gavel myself. Okay.
GOP senators consider tax hike trigger for bill. Senate Republicans are considering a trigger that would automatically increase taxes if their sweeping legislation fails to generate as much revenue as they expect. It's an effort to mollify deficit hawks who worry that tax cuts for businesses and individuals will add to the nation's already mounting debt. The effort comes as a second Republican senator, Steve Daines of Montana, announced Monday that he opposes the tax bill in its current form. Previously, Senator Ron Johnson, Republican from Wisconsin, said he opposed the bill, leaving Senate Republicans no room for errors as they hope to vote on the bill this week. Both senators complained that the tax bill favors large corporations over small businesses. Republicans have only 2 votes to spare in the Senate, where they hold a 52-48 edge and anticipate Vice President Mike Pence breaking a tie. At the White House, President Donald Trump maintained that the bill will help all Americans. I think it's going to benefit everybody, the president said. It's going to mostly benefit people looking for jobs more than anything else, because we're giving great incentives. A new congressional estimate says the Senate's tax bill will add $1.4 trillion to the budget deficit over the next decade. But GOP leader dispute the estimate, saying tax cuts will spur economic growth, reducing the hit on the deficit. Many economics disagree with such optimistic projects. The trigger would be a way for senators to test their economic assumptions with real consensus if they are wrong. Do we have realistic numbers, and is there a backstop in the process just in case we don't? Asked Senator James Lankford, Republican, Oklahoma. We should build in the what if. What if this doesn't work, Lankford said. What changes might be needed in the tax code in the days ahead to be able to adjust in what scenario? If the revenue's not coming in, should the rates change, he asked? Lankford didn't spell out exactly how the trigger would work, noting that senators are still working on the proposal. Senator Rob Portman, Republican Ohio, said the trigger is possible, but he added the proposal could run afoul of the Senate's Byzantine budget rules. Trump and Senate Republicans scrambled Monday to make changes to the bill in an effort to win over holdout GOP senators and pass a tax package by the end of the year. I think the tax bill is going to do very well, Trump said. Fayetteville begins loose leaf collection.
Oh. Wondered when that would happen.
About time, I guess.
Yes.
Driving around Fayetteville was beautiful with all the leaves changing colors. However, the beauty will soon change as leaves brown and need to be collected. The City of Fayetteville's loose leaf collection is underway. In addition to yard beautification, the service helps keep leaves from clogging stormwater drains. Here's 5 things to know about leaf collection in the city. When will the City of Fayetteville pick up my loose leaves? The city's loose leaf collection schedule is based on zip code. For each zone, the city asks that leaves be raked to the curb for collection by the first date of the collection period. In 28301 and 28312, collection started Monday and runs through December 8th. In 28303 and 28305, collection is December 11th to the 22nd. In 28304 and 28312, collection is December 26th through January 9th. In 28306, collection is January 10th to the 24th. In 28311, collection is February 8th to the 21st. In 28314, collection is January 25th, February 7th.
That's my area. So we're last this year. We were kind of first last year.
Uh-oh, you've got to wait now.
Yes.
What if I don't want to wait for the city to come?
There you go.
Well, you have an option. What if I don't want to wait for the city to come pick up my leaves? If you do not mind raking up the leaves into bags, then you do not need to wait for these dates. City employees will pick up leaves in sturdy bags or containers on your regular yard debris day. Where can I get trash bags for leaves? During the fall, residents can pick up trash bags at any recreation and fire station within the city limits. Residents can also buy a brown roll-out cart for $53, which can be used for weekly collection of leaves and pine straw as well as other yard waste. Residents can pick up the carts at the Environmental Service Department, formerly known as the Solid Waste Department on Grove Street, or have carts delivered to your home for an additional $11.50. What will be collected? Only leaves and pine straw. The city will not collect tree limbs. The city will also not collect loose leaves that are in the road. Residents who see leaves covering stormwater drains are asked to call the stormwater hotline at 433-1613. Again, that's 433-1613. Can I burn my leaves? Open burning, including the burning of leaves and other yard debris, is not allowed within the city limits. Let me say that again. Open burning, including the burning of leaves and other yard debris, is not allowed within the city limits.
Okay. Okay, and this is the opinion today from our editors in our paper. And it's entitled, A Chance to Build on Animal Control Successes. It's not entirely clear what's gone wrong at the county's animal control department, but there's little doubt all is not well. Director John Lobby, who has run animal control for more than 7 years, is leaving the operation in April. That is a serious loss for the county. Cumberland County Commissioners last week settled a dispute over Lobby's employment status by agreeing to pay him $38,000. He gets half of it immediately and half at the end of April when his contract ends. It appears to have been a dispute over benefits. As is typical for such conflicts, it played out behind closed doors as commissioners did their best to keep it hidden behind this state's overly secretive personnel laws. But the bottom line appears to be this: the county will be looking for a new animal control director soon, and because Dr. Lobby has served this long before some of current management was in place, a brief review of animal control history may be in order. The department's leadership was long awarded on the basis of political connection rather than professional qualification. The department was a mess, understaffed, poorly trained, unable to seriously enforce the law, The county shelter was a holding pen where tens of thousands of stray or unwanted dogs and cats were euthanized every year. The shelter didn't meet the most minimal of accepted standards. All told, animal control was a dismal disaster. The county finally gave in to growing pressure from the public and built a new shelter that is a stunning improvement over the old one. But it continued to select animal control directors who had little or no training in modern shelter management and animal control practices. The last straw was the distemper epidemic that ripped through the shelter, killing hundreds of animals because the shelter's managers had no idea how to prevent the highly contagious illnesses spread. At that point, the county turned to Dr. Lobby, a recently retired veterinarian, and asked him to take the job. He did, and he engineered a dramatic turnaround. He persuaded the county to expand animal control staffing. He instituted standards that kept the shelter animals healthy and prevented the spread of contagious diseases. And unlike in the past, the department invited animal rescue groups in and formed a supporting team of volunteers. Adoption fairs became a regular event through the community. Some of the animal control officers became trained animal cruelty investigators, and the law was more rigorously enforced. The shelter staff became more welcoming and adoption hours were increased. The euthanasia rate was cut in half. The bottom line, Dr. Lobby has created a strong, competent, and respected animal control operation that the county can be proud of. So what's next? What's the county's plan for replacing the man who has turned a mess into a well-run, effective program? Backsliding should be unthinkable. Instead, the county needs to find a new animal control director who can build on what Dr. Lobby has done and take the operation to the next level. For starters, we could use an animal control director who has a strong track record of reducing euthanasia rates. That would include expanding on Dr. Lobby's success in improving adoption rates and working with rescue groups, but it also should include a more aggressive program to encourage spaying and neutering of pets and helping low-income pet owners with the expense. That might mean operating a low-cost clinic at the county shelter or elsewhere in the community. And given the horrific animal abuse cases we continue to see in our community, putting more cruelty investigators on our streets is a good idea too. We're sorry to see Dr. Lobby leave animal control, and we hope that county officials intend to move upward with his many successes.
Find the true spirit of Christmas in giving. Many of you already have your Christmas trees decorated. Perhaps you've made a nice dent in your shopping list too. But even if you prefer to wait until December to switch into Christmas mode, you've got to admit that the spirit of the holiday already surrounds us. That could mean different things to different people. Some believe the spirit of Christmas is found in a crowded shopping mall. Others see it as a season of sugary excess, from the cookies with icing to those big tins filled with caramel and cheesy popcorn that show up in stores right about now. Yes, shopping and goodies are certainly fun, but the true spirit of Christmas, what is it? It's about doing something for a family that is less fortunate than yours. The Salvation Army helps struggling families all year long. At Christmas, the organization makes sure that no child in the Fayetteville area wakes up to an empty tree. That's no easy feat when more than 1,200 families have sought help this year, including Hurricane Matthew victims in Cumberland and Robeson counties. Please give what you can. Send your tax-deductible check to the Bill Shaw Salvation Army Christmas Fund, 220 East Russell Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28301, or drop it off during normal business hours. We look forward to seeing your name in this list of fine folks who know the true meaning of Christmas spirit. Folks such as Gary Flick and Roger Ritz, who led our list today with gifts of $500 each. Earl Ashley, $50. Fred and Rita Chrisman, $100. Robert Davenport, $100. Merle Johnson, $100. William Jones, $25. Lena Lee, $25. Mildred McIver, $50. Arthur Quillette, $20. Roger and Gladys Ponica, $15. Karen and Sean Walker, $25. An anonymous gift of $555. Today's total, $2,065. Grand total, $12,541.71. Keep giving from the heart.
Wow. That's good, isn't it? Here is a letter to the Observer. Just one letter today, and it's entitled Call It What It Is. The November 24th Observer editorial lamented in A Plan for a Head-On Collision with Poverty that many criminals on Fayetteville streets come from broken homes where boys have no strong male role models, concluding that it's a condition we have to cure if we expect to address poverty here. Missing conspicuously were the challenging questions. Number one, when will our civic leaders strongly, publicly, continuously, and pointedly condemn unmarried men who father children by different women, and the women who enable it? Item 2, when will we as a society declare this practice extremely uncool, even stupid and irresponsible? Item 3, when will our welfare laws stop discouraging unwed mothers from living with their children's fathers? When I worked for a company in Fayetteville, our contracted janitor had fathered 6 kids with 6 different women, and he was proud of it. Those kids are essentially doomed to live lives in poverty and misfortune. Let's knock off being so politically correct that we fail to confront and stop the biggest reason so many boys go bad. Let's shame the men and women who condemn their kids this way to fail. And that letter was from Walt Brinker, who lives in Eastover.
Gen X found in more private wells. State officials said Monday that tests have detected elevated levels of a potentially harmful compound at 34 more private wells near a Bladen County chemical manufacturing facility, bringing the total number of contaminated wells to 85. The state has been investigating Gen X since June, when it was revealed that researchers had found the chemical in the Cape Fear River downstream from the Coors plant, which is on North Carolina 87 near the Cumberland County line. The compound was then detected in non-drinking wells on the company's property, prompting the state's tests of private wells in the area. Studies have linked Gen X to testicular, pancreatic, and liver cancer in animals, but it is not known whether those effects are the same in humans. Gen X is used to make non-stick coatings on cookware and for other purposes. State officials have told Chemlors to provide bottled water to families who live in homes with wells that have an elevated level of Gen X. The latest results are from wells that were tested when Chemlors expanded the sampling to a mile of its property boundary. Tests were initially done on wells within a mile of the plant. The state has verified results from 107 tests done on wells October 11th through the 19th. In addition to the 24 wells with levels of Gen X above the state's health code goal of 140 parts per trillion, 48 wells had a level of the chemical below the goal of 25 and had no detection of the compound. In all, 248 wells have been tested with 85 above the health goal, 103 below the health goal, and 60 with no detection. Traces of Gen X also have found into municipal wells used by the Bladen County water system. Each is about 3 miles from the plant. A small amount of the compound also was detected in a well that provides water to an elementary school about 4 miles from the facility. Levels of the compound above the health goal have been found in 2 lakes near the plant. State officials said earlier this month they are taking steps to stop Chemours from dumping wastewater into the Cape Fear River because it failed to report a chemical spill in October. The North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality said that on November 30th, the state will suspend Chemours' permit to discharge processed wastewater from its manufacturing area, including the areas where Gen X and other fluoride compounds are produced. The department has also said that it is referring its investigation of the October 6th spill to the State Bureau of Investigation to find out if there is evidence of criminal wrongdoing. State officials met last week with representatives from Bladen and Cumberland counties and discussed alternative water solutions. The counties and the state are looking into long-term solutions to the Gen X issue, including running water lines to the area, digging deeper wells, and installing water filters on homes.
Okay. I think I have time to read this. We'll try, and then if I get cut off halfway through, we'll go back and finish it later. As a mother of 7 seeks help with presents. Miranda and her family carry on a tradition that combines Thanksgiving and Christmas. During Thanksgiving, when they all meet at her house, they draw names for Christmas gifts. For her large family, it works out well. Fulfilling the wish list may be a challenge this year. Excuse me. She is the mother of 7 children, ages 6 to 24. Earlier in the year, she suffered what she describes as a mini-stroke. She receives Medicaid, but says she fell behind in her bills. I am catching up, she said. I am not working right now. Not a whole lot will be left over for gifts, which is why Miranda sought help from the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program. She says she would like gifts only for her younger children. Her 6-year-old son wishes for a hoverboard. Her 12-year-old daughter would like a bike or a touchscreen phone, or she'd be happy with new clothes, size 14 to 16, especially jeans. Miranda's 13-year-old son wants a basketball and hoop. As for her 15-year-old daughter, she's into iPods and MP3 players, stuff like that, says Miranda. Her 16-year-old son, she says, probably wants a phone. Miranda said if anyone would like to get her something, she'd appreciate a pot and pan set. To adopt Miranda's family through the Salvation Army, call 910-483-8119 and ask for Angel number SA225, or choose a family from this list below. Bring unwrapped gifts to the Salvation Army or the Angel Tree at Cross Creek Mall by December the 9th. SA467B, girl who's 2 years old. Dolls, sing-along books, Minnie Mouse, toddler sizes, coat 3T, shirt 3T, shoe 6. SA 467C, boy 12 months. Learning toys, socks, light sound toys, coat 9 to 12 months, shirt 9 to 12 months, shoe 1. SA 468A, girl 10, clothes, Barbies, dolls, child sizes, coat 16 junior, shirt 16 junior, and shoe 6. SA 468B, girl 10, clothes, Barbies, dolls, child sizes, coat 16 junior, shirt 16 junior, shoe 6. And 469A, boy 5, Hot Wheels bike, child sizes, coat large, shirt large, shoe 2. 469B, woman 72, purse, blanket, watch, adult coat large, a shirt medium, and a medium large, and shoes 6.5. 470A, woman 78, queen bedding, blanket, robe and slippers, coat small, shirt small, shoe 9.5. 471A, boy 14 months, building blocks, let me see where I'm at here, learning toy, riding toy, coat 18 months, shirt 18 months, shoes size 4. 472A, boy 8, Nerf toys, soccer ball games, child sizes, coat 7, 8, shirt 8, shoe 3. SA 472B, girl 7, books, puzzles, crafts, learning toys, child size coat, 7 to 8 shirt, 7 to 8 shoe. No. Try again, Tina. Child sizes, coat 7, 8, shirt 7, 8, shoe 13. 473A, woman 69, PJs, queen bed set, fleece clothing, coat extra large, shirt 18, shoe 8.5. 473B, boy 8, crafts, Star Wars games, child sizes, coat medium, shirt 8 medium, and shoe 2. I'm going to stop there. Let me see if I can mark it so I know where I am. And we'll do our station ID, and then we'll do our obituaries.
Okay.
This is the Southeastern North Carolina radio reading service, a United Way partner agency. We broadcast from the campus of Fayetteville State University, and our signal is carried by WUNC Chapel Hill. As a non-profit agency, we rely on public donations, and we do, folks. We request your support to continue our services. When making charitable donations, please keep the SENC RRS in mind. Our P.O. Box number is 35029, and that's Fayetteville 28303. If you have any questions or comments, please call us at 910-672-1600 or our toll-free number 1-844-709-5656. And your radio hosts today are
Linda L. Miller
and Tina Beatty, and we are proud to serve you today. And Linda's going to start the obits.
Okay. In Cumberland County, Catherine Davis, 92 of Fayetteville, paid funeral home and cremation. John Walter Papp Bowie Jr., 67 of Hope Mills, formerly of Roberson, at Carter Funeral Home. Alan Selberg, 22 of Fayetteville, Cunningham and Sons Mortuary. Charles L. Rocks, 51 of Rayford Wiseman Mortuary. Leroy Canty, 69 of Fayetteville Wiseman Mortuary. Capeville Region, Beulah Lee Hewitt, 97, of Lombard, Richard Bowles Funeral Service. Jacob Brown, 18, of Lombard, Purcell Funeral Home in Lombard. Delma Laurie, 85, of Rayford, Richard Bowles Funeral Home. Dorothy L. Spears, Stedman. Dorothy Loretta Spears, 83, passed away Sunday, November 26, 2017 at Capeville Valley Medical Center. A memorial service will be held at 2 p.m. Thursday, November 30th, 2017 at Butler Funeral Home Chapel. Officiating will be the Reverend Tony Honeycutt. Burial will follow at Manoia Baptist Church. The family will receive friends from 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. Thursday at the funeral home prior to the service. Effie Jane Dahl Bill, Hope Mills. Effie Jane Dahl Bill, 92, of Hope Mills, died Sunday, November 26, 2017. Funerals Thursday, 1 p.m., Rogers and Breese Funeral Home Chapel. Visitation, Rogers and Breese Funeral Home. Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Burial, Lafayette Memorial Park Cemetery, Rogers and Breese Funeral Home. Elaine Joyce Collins Rapper, Fayetteville. Elaine Joyce Collins Rapper, 87, of Fayetteville, died Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Funeral Thursday, 1 p.m., Helen Street Church of Christ. Visitation, Helen Street Church of Christ, Thursday, noon to 1 p.m. Burial, Cumberland Memorial Gardens, Jurgen and Warren Funeral Home. Shiloh Don Pueblis, Fayetteville. Shiloh Don Pueblis, 41, of Fayetteville, died Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Memorial Wednesday, noon, 4:30, Shep Drive, Fayetteville. Herring Funeral Care and Cremation. Franklin Bullock, Stedman. Mr. Franklin Bullock, 69, of Stedman, went to be with the Lord on Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Funeral services will be held at 4 p.m. Tuesday, November 28th, 2017 at Butler Funeral Home Chapel. The family will receive friends from 2 to 3:45 Tuesday at the funeral home prior to the service. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to Bethany United Methodist Church, 2285 Wade, Stedman Road, Stedman, North Carolina, 28391. Larry O'Neill Pierce, Fayetteville. Larry O'Neill Pierce, 58, of 387 Summer Hill Road, Fayetteville, died Thursday, November 23rd. Funeral Wednesday, 1 p.m., Grace and Truth Church. Viewing at the church, Wednesday, noon to 1 p.m. Burial, Northside Cemetery. Herring Funeral Care and Cremation. Betsy Lynn Barber, Fayetteville. Betsy Lynn Barber, 89, of Fayetteville, died Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Funeral Wednesday, 11 a.m., New Life Baptist Church. Visitation, Reeves Funeral Home, Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Burial, Fayetteville Memorial Cemetery, Reeves Funeral Home, Hope Mills, North Carolina.
Okay. Are you done? Oh, no. Are you?
No, just a couple more.
Oh, okay. I'm reading, so I'm not paying attention.
So many today. Danley Edward Burbank, St. Paul's. Danley Edward Burbank Jr., 62, of St. Paul's, died Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Funeral Wednesday noon, Oak Ridge Cemetery. Visitation, McNeil Mackey Funeral Home of St. Paul's, Wednesday, 11 a.m. to noon. Burial, Oak Ridge Cemetery, McNeil Mackey Funeral Home, St. Paul's. Keyshawn Devontae Ford, Lumberton. Keyshawn Devontae Ford, 22, of 607 Little Street, Lumberton, died Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017. Funeral Thursday, 1 p.m. Chapel viewing at the funeral home, Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Burial, Rockfish Memorial Park, Herring Funeral Care and Cremation. Stephen Earl Johnson Sr., Irwin. Stephen Earl Johnson Sr., 67, of Irwin, died Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Funeral, Wednesday, 11 a.m. The Work Center. Visitation, West and Dunn Funeral Home, Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Burial, Devotional Gardens of Dunn, West and Dunn Funeral Home, Irwin. James Jimmy Callum Jr., Elizabethtown. James Jimmy Callahan Jr., 79, of Elizabethtown, died Saturday, November 25th, 2017. Funeral, Wednesday, 3 p.m., Dublin First Baptist Church. Visitation, Layden Gaskins Funeral Home, Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. Burial, Allen Cemetery, Layton Counties. Lillington, Ruby Fuller in Lillington. Ruby Fuller, 81, of Lillington, died Saturday, November 26, 2017. Arrangements to be announced at a later date. Walker Memorial Funeral Home. That's our obituaries for the morning.
For what? Is that it, everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's look at Billy Graham then. There's quite a few today. There's been days when there weren't very many at all. Okay. Here's the question. How can I learn about your religion? I am here from another country on a student visa, and in my country we follow a different religion, but I'm curious about yours. C. Lee. And here's the answer. In just a few weeks, Christians will be observing Christmas, which celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ over 2,000 years ago. He is the center of our faith, and as Christmas approaches, I hope you'll take time to explore who Jesus was and why he is important. Who was Jesus? The Bible, the ancient book which tells us about Jesus, tells us that he wasn't only a man, but he was also God. In other words, on that first Christmas, God came down from heaven and took upon himself our human nature. Think of it. God became a man. The Bible says, for God was pleased to have all his fullness dwell in him. That's from Colossians chapter 1, verse 19. Why did Jesus come into the world? He came for one reason, to bring us back to God. You see, God is absolutely holy and pure, but we have committed many wrongs, and as a result we are separated from God. We can't erase our sins, no matter how good we are. Only God can forgive us and cleanse us, and he made this possible by sending Jesus into the world. He was without sin, but all our sins were transferred to him, and now he offers us forgiveness and eternal life as a free gift. I hope you'll find a Bible and read about Jesus. His life is told in the first 4 books of what is called the New Testament. When you do, you'll not only discover who Jesus was, but you'll discover an even greater truth. God loves you, and you can become part of his family forever.
Dear Abby has some advice for young couples who seem to click better when they're apart. Oh, dear Abby, I have been with my boyfriend for 2 years. When I'm with him, I often find him annoying and think we have nothing in common. But when we are apart, I miss him a lot, especially when one of us travels for work. When we're apart and talk on the plane, we have amazing conversations and discuss the future together. But when we're together, we don't talk as much, and he never mentions the future together. I'm confused. Is this normal for relationships? I don't want to stay in a relationship that isn't going anywhere. and it has been like this since pretty early on. How can I know if I should invest more of my time or if I should end it and move on? Perplexed in Virginia. Dear Perplexed, if neither of you is particularly talkative and there are a lot of distractions when you are together, then it's normal. When you are apart, it's possible that you miss and idolize each other, which is why those conversations about a future happen. The way is determined whether you should invest more time in this relationship would be to ask him, and just as plainly as you addressed that question to me. Another question. Dear Abby, could you please print this on behalf of delivery people everywhere? Folks, please make sure your address is visible from the street. I can't tell you how many times I've had to drive up and down the street trying to figure out which house I'm supposed to deliver to. Sometimes I can see the number on the curb, but many times it's impossible to spot, and I deliver during the day. I can only begin to imagine how hard it is for couriers who deliver at night. So do us a favor. Make sure your house number is visible from the street. That's Wendy in California. Dear Wendy, I'm glad you wrote. People in your profession are not the only ones who struggle with this problem. I have also heard from fire and emergency personnel complaining about the same issue when the situation wasn't just inconvenient, but life-threatening. Readers, please take a moment to walk to the curb and see if your street address is visible. Fixing the problem could be as simple as trimming some bushes. Another question. Dear Abby, my husband and I have been arguing over whether food must be covered while it's being heated in the microwave. I always cover it because it takes little effort and prevents splatters. He refuses unless the food is very saucy or greasy. When I ask why he won't do it, he has no answer. It would be one thing if he routinely cleaned the microwave, but he never does, leaving me to do it. This has caused shouting matches between us. How can we settle this, short of throwing away the microwave? Uncovered out west. Abby answers, Dear Uncovered, do not toss out a perfectly good microwave over this issue. Praise your husband when he covers the saucy, greasy foods, and remember to throw a paper towel over his dinner when he forgets.
Guess that's compromise, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big compromise.
I think sometimes people do things just to aggravate you.
And to do what they want to do.
Yes. What's next? We should have. Oh, there it is. Horoscope.
Oh.
Well, since we couldn't find anybody with a birthday today, we do hope we haven't missed you. But anyway, we will read the horoscopes. And if you were born today, this is your personal horoscope. You are the kind of person to commit willingly to all manner of things and to honor the commitments you make for the long term. You are able to keep promises and secrets when you know something of a private matter. You will never share it with another soul as long as someone else might want it concealed. Well, you sound like a pretty good cook. The rest of you Sagittarians, you cannot expect to control all aspects of your day, especially when your emotions come into play during afternoon hours. Capricorn, you are in a race that seems to have no end. A rival is challenging you in a new way. Focus on what you know and don't become distracted. Aquarius, giving in or giving up is not an option today. You must stay the course and trust you will learn important lessons in the process. Pisces, You'll spot a new opportunity just ahead and reach for it when the time is right. What happens after that is a matter of luck. Aries, your motives are being questioned by those who don't know what you've been going through. Make clear what you are about. Taurus, you may be far from home, but you can still let a friend know just how close you are, spiritually, where it counts. Gemini, an error made early in the day can be directed before nightfall, but you're going to have to put aside other duties to get it done. Cancer, someone is likely to bring to your attention a fact you've been conveniently overlooking for some time. It's time to face the truth. Leo, you can't afford to let yourself wallow in any sort of emotional quagmire at this time. Pick yourself up and proceed with confidence. Virgo, you may not understand what you're being told by someone in charge, but you can make adjustments that avoid any problems. Libra, thorough preparation will keep you from making the same mistakes that you made the last time you engaged in today's activities. And finally, Scorpio, putting yourself first and a friend second may seem like the right thing to do, but it will be a mistake that could have far-reaching ramifications. Okay, that's it for the horoscopes today.
How many of you remember David Cassidy from the Partridge Family?
We remember him.
A rockin' romancer to millions of young fans. David Cassidy could sell the heck out of Uncertainty. I Think I Love You, the smash hit that in 1970 launched the Partridge Family musical group, plus the ABC comedy with songs show of the same name, found Cassidy center stage delivering such lyric as I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of a love there is no cure for. There was no doubt, at 20, Cassidy was the radiant man-boy to help usher young girls, and young boys for that matter, into the untold mysteries of puberty, adolescence, romance, and rock and roll. For all that, millions knew they loved him. Within a few years, those legends of fans would outgrow him just as Cassidy would outgrow himself, or at least what had made him a superstar. His cherubic looks would fade along with his popularity, his laddish proto-Farrah Fawcett shag would thin. It needn't have shocked him or anybody else. The odds of sustaining that white-hot level of success were no less great than for his having been ignited as a star in the first place. Lightning seldom strikes even once, much less twice. Cassidy, who announced earlier this year that he had been diagnosed with dementia, died Tuesday, surrounded by his family. No further details were immediately available, but publicist Joan Gelford said on Saturday that Cassidy was in a Fort Lauderdale, Florida hospital suffering from organ failure. The Partridge Family aired from 1970 to 1974 and was intended at first as a vehicle for Shirley Jones, the Oscar-winning actress and Cassidy's stepmother. Jones played Shirley Partridge, a widow with 5 children, with whom she forms a popular act that travels on a psychedelic bus. The cast also featured Cassidy as oldest son and family heartthrob Keith Partridge, Susan Day, later of L.A. Law fame, as sibling Laurie Partridge, and Danny Bonaducci as sibling Danny Partridge. The Partridge Family never cracked the top 10 in TV ratings, but the recordings under their name, mostly featuring Cassidy, Jones, and session players, produced real-life musical hits and made Cassidy a real-life musical superstar. I Think I Love You was the Partridge's best-known song, spending 3 weeks on top of the Billboard chart at a time when other hit singles included James Taylor's Fire and Rain and Smokey Robinson, The Miracles, The Tears of a Clown. The group also reached the top 10 with I'll Meet You Halfway and Doesn't Somebody Want to Be Wanted, and Cassidy had a solo hit with Cherish. In 2 years, David Cassidy has swept hurricane-like into the pubescent lives of millions of American girls. The Rolling Stone magazine noted in 1972, leaving 6.5 million long-playing albums and singles, 44 television programs, David Cassidy lunchboxes, David Cassidy bubblegum, David Cassidy coloring books, and David Cassidy pens. Not to mention several millions of teen magazines, wall stickers, love beads, posters, and photo albums. Cassidy's appeal faded after the show went off the air, although he continued to tour, record, and act over the next 40 years. His albums, including Romance and the awkwardly titled Didn't You Used to Be? He had a hit with I Write the Songs before Barry Manilow's top chart version, and success overseas with The Last Kiss, featuring backing vocal from Cassidy admired George Michaels. He made occasional stage and television appearances, including an Emmy-nominated performance on Police Story. Even while the Partridge Family was still in prime time, Cassidy worried that he was being mistaken for the wholesome character he played. He posed naked for Rolling Stone in 1972, which he confided that he had dropped acid as a teenager and smoked pot in front of the magazine's reporter as he watched an episode of The Partridge Family and mocked his own acting. Cassidy would endure personal and financial troubles. He was married and divorced 3 times, battled alcoholism, was arrested for drunk drinking, driving, and in 2015 filed for bankruptcy. Cassidy had 2 children, musician Bo Cassidy and actress Katie Cassidy, with whom he acknowledged having a distant relationship. I wasn't her father. I was her biological father, but I didn't raise her, he told People magazine in 2017. She has a completely different life. Cassidy himself was estranged from his father. Born in New York City in 1950, he was the son of actors Jack Cassidy and Evelyn Ward, and half-brother of entertainer Sean Cassidy. David Cassidy's parents split up when he was 5, and he would long express regret about Jack Cassidy, who soon married Shirley Jones, being mostly absent from his life. David Cassidy stayed with his mother, and by the early 1960s had moved to Los Angeles. Kicked out of high school for truancy, David Cassidy dreamed of becoming an actor and had made appearances on Bonanza, Ironside, and other programs before producers at ABC asked him to audition for the Partridge Family. Unaware that he could sing and intending to have him mime songs to someone else's voice, Cassidy, who only learned during trials that Jones would play his mother, worried that Keith Partridge would be a real come-down from his previous roles. I mean, how much could an actor do with a line like, "Hi, Mom, I'm home from school," or "Please pass the milk"? He wrote in his memoir, "I didn't see how it could do much for me. After all, I wasn't the star of it. Shirley had top billing. I was just one of the kids." Of course, that wasn't how it would work out. In the show's musical numbers, he was placed front and center, upstaging Jones, an actress whose beauty and crystalline vocals had graced the musicals Carousel, Oklahoma, and The Sound of Music. Her voice was buried in the chorus of the other lesser Partridge, and while Day, who was 17 when the Partridge Family debuted, soon won a rapt following among the show's boy viewers, she too was eclipsed by Cassidy. It was he who would sell the chastity romanticism of "I woke up this morning, went to sleep with you on my mind." For a glorious instant, he made mysteries clearer in the minds of his million of fans. Let's see what else we have. This morning, paper is full of things this morning. Let's look at Trump honoring Navajos revives Pocahontas slur. President Donald Trump returned to his own kind of code talking Monday by deriding Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren as Pocahontas at a White House event honoring Native American war heroes. "You were here long before any of us were here," Trump said as he honored 3 Navajo code talkers from World War II. And then he added, without naming Warren, "We have a representative in Congress who they say has been here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you." In fact, Trump deployed the nickname for the Massachusetts senator repeatedly during the 2016 presidential campaign, and as president, as recently as November 3rd, tweeted Native American leaders have called Trump's past attacks on Warren offensive and distasteful. Some Democrats have called the nickname racist. Trump made the comment as he stood near a portrait of President Andrew Jackson, which he hung in the Oval Office in January. Jackson is known for signing the Indian Removal Act of 1813, in which the Cherokee Nation was removed from its lands in what is now known as the Trail of Tears. The Navajo Nation suggested Trump's remark Monday was an example of cultural insensitivity and resolved to stay out of the ongoing feud between the senator and President Trump. All tribal nations still battle insensitive references to our people. The prejudice that Native American people face is an unfortunate historical legacy. Navajo Nation President Russell Brigade said in a statement. He added that the Navajo Nation remains honored by the White House recognition of the code talkers. White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders asked about criticism of Trump's remarks, said a racial slur was certainly not the president's intent. But the remark is the latest in a long list of remarks Trump has made about people from specific ethnic and racial groups. Announcing his long-shot campaign for president in 2015, Trump said many Mexican immigrants were rapists. He sought to ban immigrants from certain Muslim-majority nations. He's come under fire for what some say was a too slow federal response to hurricane damage in Puerto Rico. Trump also raised eyebrows for apparently having some fun in October with the name of the U.S. territory. Puerto Rico, he said, at an East Room event for Puerto Ricans. Those in the Oval Office for Monday's event gave no visible reaction to Trump's Pocahontas comments, but Warren and other Democrats were quick to respond. This was supposed to be an event to honor heroes, people who put it all on the line for our country, who because of their incredible work saved the lives of countless Americans and our allies, Warren said in an interview on MSNBC. It is deeply unfortunate that the President of the United States cannot even make it through a ceremony honoring these heroes without having to throw out a racial slur.
Really?
New Mexico Senator Tom Udall, Vice Chairman of the Indian Affairs Committee, added, Donald Trump's latest racist joke during Native American Heritage Month no less demeaned the contributions that the code talkers and countless other Native Americans, patriots, and citizens have made to our great country. The president has long feuded with Warren, an outspoken Wall Street critic who leveled blistering attacks on Trump during the campaign. Trump seized on questions about Warren's heritage, which surfaced during her 2012 senator race, challenging incumbent Republican Senator Scott Brown. During that campaign, law school directories from the Association of American Law Schools from 1986 to 1995 surfaced that put Warren on the association list of minority law teachers when she was teaching at the University of Texas and the University of Pennsylvania. Warren said she listed herself with Native American heritage because she hoped to meet people with similar roots.
Open mouth and insert foot. Okay, here I am. Where I got to. 473C, girl 10, crafts, nail polish, hair bows, child sizes, coat extra large, shirt 14 extra large, and shoe 5. 474A, girl 4, play kitchen, dolls, child sizes, coat 6, shirt 6, shoe 12, and 474B, girl 4 dolls, girl 4, sorry about that folks, dolls, toys, child sizes, coat 6, shirt 6, shoe 12. 474C, boy 22 months, sports balls, learning toys, and his sizes are 3 for coat, shirt 3, shoe 8. And 475A, boy 10, Legos, games, watch, child sizes, coat 14, shirt 14 small, shoe 5. 475B, girl 9, dolls, games, coat size 10, child size coat, and a shirt 10 and a shoe 1. Girl 7, dolls, games, and the sizes are coat 12, shirt 10, and shoe 2, and those are children's sizes. 475D, girl 4, dolls, play kitchen, and sizes of coat 6, shirt 6, shoe 11. And 476A, girl 10, games, books, dolls, crafts, child sizes, shirt 12 or small. 476B, girl 7, dolls, crafts, books, child sizes are coat 12, shirt 10, 12, shoe 2. 476C, girl 3, play kitchen, dress up clothes, child sizes, coat 5, shirt 4, shoe 9. 476D, boy size 2, size 5 diapers, wipes, trucks, cars, child size coat in a size 4, a shirt size 3, and a shoe size 7. This is starting to dance before my eyes. Let's see. 477A, there's a girl 10, video games, RC car, and the sizes are child's coat 10 or large, shirt 10, shoe 6. 477B, girl 7, Barbies, Hatchimal, don't know what that is, makeup kit, child sizes, coat, medium, shirt 7, shoe 2W. 477C, boy 2, race cars, airplanes, football, basketballs, coat 2T, shirt 2T, shoe 9. 478A, girl 4, size 4. Am I boring you guys to death? Clothing, shoes, books, Play-Doh, child sizes, coat 4T, shirt 4T, shoes 10, 11C. 478B, girl 6 months, clothes, blankets, socks, Dr. Brown, baby bottles, coat 6 months, shirt 6 months, shoe 6 months. 479A, boy 8, resting items or figurines, RC car, bike, child sizes, coat 8 medium, shirt 8, shoes 5. 480A, boy 10, ripstick, videos, Legos, Coats are children's sizes 12 for the coat, 10, 12 for the shirt or large, and shoe 4.5. Girl 8, this is 480B. Girl 8, doll head, Barbie. Shopkins jewelry maker, child sizes coat 8 to 10, shirt 8 to 10, and shoe size 2. Hope I haven't confused you all. 481A, girl 6, castle, learning books, My Little Pony, child size coat 7-8, shirt 7-8, shoe 12. 482A, girl 9, MP3, clothes, watch, coat is child size 14, shirt 16, shoe 5W. And 482B, boy 9, MP3, cars, soccer ball, sizes are children's sizes 12 for a coat, 12 for shirt, 3 wide for a shoe. 482C, girl, size 12, age 12, MP3, dolls, watch, child size coat, size 14, 16, shirt 16, shoe 6 wide. 482D, boy, 5, games, soccer ball, RC car, child sizes are coat 8, shirt 6, shoes 11 wide, and we're coming to the end. Boy 12, MP3, watch and video games. Child's sizes are coat 18, shirt 18 extra large, and shoe 8 wide. 483A, boy 11, videos, MP3, bike, and the sizes are children's sizes coat 12, shirt 12, shoes 4, and the last one 483B, a girl 6, a bike, dolls, and MP3, and her sizes are child size coat 6, shirt 6, shoe 1.
This is the Southeastern North Carolina Radio Reading Service, a United Way partner agency. We broadcast from the campus of Fayetteville State University, and our signal is carried by WUNC Chapel Hill. As a nonprofit agency, we rely on public donations. We request your support to continue our services. When making charitable donations, please keep the Southeastern North Carolina Radio Reading Service in mind. Our post office box number is 35029, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28303. If you have any questions or comments, please call us at 910-672-1600 or our toll-free number 1-844-709-5656. Your radio hosts are
Tina Beatty
and Linda L. Miller. We are proud to serve you today.
Well, let's see, we've got 20 minutes left. We don't have a lot of articles. You know, I say this every week, the paper's getting smaller. It's got less in it, isn't there?
Yes.
It's just, you know, sometimes you get a B section that's got one page and then a bunch of ads. It's just discouraging to me. I prefer paper to a computer, but
Me too.
yeah. I guess we're old-fashioned, aren't we?
I don't mind being there.
No, I don't either. Oh no. What you got?
Okay, this is something a little different.
Okay.
The Not Another Wine Bottle Guide to Host and Hostesses' Gifts. If bottles of wine and scented candles have been your go-to host or hostess's present for years, consider a gift reboot. Not that many people don't love wine, but why not give a little extra effort? You walk into a party and there are 10 bottles of wine on the kitchen counter. Do you want to be the guest who adds the 11th bottle? Says Candace Irisman, who with longtime friend Ashley Bronzik founded the Secretly Gifting Gift service in March. I love burning scented candles, Bosnick says, but that gift category has lost some of its magic. It's not like you're going to enter the party with your gift and feel, I really crushed it, and I can't wait for you to open this candle I picked out for you. Presence and presentation are important to Irisman, 34, and Brosnick, 35. They frequently host baby and bridal showers, birthday parties, and holiday dinners. We are always hosting something, said Irisman. They launched their Washington gifting business after they realized they both were giving endless advice to friends and family looking for the perfect gift. We figured we had our fingers on the pulse of great hostess gifts, bridal gifts, and birthday gifts, said Irisman. They knew there were lots of personal shoppers for clothing, but not so many for time-strapped people looking for appropriate and original presents. For a standard fee, Secretly Gifting will find a present to suit your recipient, wrap it, and deliver or mail it. Their clients fill out a questionnaire to tell them details about the gifting. Fashion plate, bookworm, nature lover, Orsman and Brozick have private Pinterest boards full of gift ideas from sources nationwide. Their philosophy on host and hostesses gifts, as opposed to what they call the easy grab, give your gift selection more thought. If it's someone you know well, play to their passions and interests. If it's not, share one of your favorite things, Bronzik says, such as a box of cheese straws you fell in love with on a visit to Savannah, Georgia, a hot sauce you discovered, or your own Chex Mix combo. Also, if you know your host well, recall the things they have in their home, the colors they love, and a dream vacation. Make sure you securely attach a card with a short handwritten message. We asked Orsman and Brosnick for some fresh ideas for the holiday season. Many of their suggestions would make great gifts for other occasions as well, and for the most part, they're $30 and under good gifts. Their favorite gifts as host for Orsman is chocolate truffles she can indulge in at the end of a hectic evening when she finally kicks off her heels. For Brosnick, it's a box of breakfast pastries and fresh squeezed orange juice for the next morning's family breakfast. Following are their suggestions with online sites listed. Many are also available at local gift shops and specialty stores. Seeing double bar towel and cocktail shaker, $30. Hand-stitched linen towels are perfect for any bar or kitchen. The plastic cocktail shaker is a bonus. The Secretly Gifting ladies thinks it's a great 2-for-1 gift. Madden's sea salt flakes, $10.95 for 4 8.5 ounce box, and Salt Sailor, $9.95. This all-natural English sea salt is well known among serious cooks. Williams, the wool holder with swivel top, is nice enough to keep on the counter. craftandbarrel.com. Gift made of an extra buttery Belgian chocolate by Ticket Chocolate in California. Ticketchocolate.com. Organic maple syrup and pancake mix gift basket, $25. A special basket packed in a berry basket featuring Hudson Valley syrup can be enjoyed the morning after the party. A white ceramic planter full of a variety of succulent will last a lot longer than a bunch of flowers. Selfie stand, $19.99. You want a photo of your dinner party or family but can't figure out how to take it. This rotating wood stand fits major smartphones and will guarantee you have an Instagrammable memento of the evening. Jewel caramels. Philip Ashby's dark chocolate edible gemstones are filled with handcrafted caramels, flavored with fruits, herbs, spices, and sea salts from around the world. Those are some exciting gifts, different gifts.
Yeah, I don't know which of these to read. This thing is so long. This is an article about Robert Van Gions, who is passionate about bringing new jobs here. Apparently an incorrect and shortened version of this story was published in the Sunday newspaper, so they're republishing it today. And believe me, it's long. Maybe we can go through and read bits of it. In late September, Robert Van Gions stood at a podium in a large banquet room full of Cumberland County VIPs, scores of business owners, elected officials, and Fort Bragg leadership. He was still a bit unfamiliar to some people, on the job only 8 months as the man chiefly responsible for recruiting new business and industry to this community. Speaking fast, he was allotted only a few minutes at the Fayetteville Regional Chamber event. He flashed a picture of Babe Ruth on a slide. Baseball is a team sport, and so is economic development, it said, attributing the quote to the baseball great who hit his first home run in Fayetteville. Okay, I can't prove he said that, Van Gions admitted with a smile, but I bet you can prove he didn't. He went on at a lightning pace, reminiscent of a motivational seminar. We are better than you think, another slide said, hammering a point that the city and county need a boost in self-confidence. Why shouldn't a major employer want to move here? Look at everything we have to offer, he said, rattling off the attributes. The only negative I can say about the community, he said, is we have a negative self-image. With his dry sense of humor, his relentless enthusiasm, and a pragmatic, outsider's view, Van Gions has already made a mark as CEO of the Fayetteville Cumberland County Economic Development Corporation, the private organization tasked with industrial recruiting. He can be wonkish, describing himself as a geek who loves digging into market data, but he is also a champion of the more subjective qualities of his newly adopted home, from the arts to the local sports teams. We love, let's see, he loves every part, let's see, where are we? He loves every part of economic development. He lives and breathes it, said Andrew Pennick, the vice chairman of the Economic Development Board and a key player in recruiting Van Gions to Fayetteville. He will not go to sleep until every rock's been turned over. When he talks in front of people, he gives citizens a sense of, maybe we could do this. He's inspiring. The guitar-playing business recruiter with black-framed eyeglasses says he's optimistic by the end of the year, marking his first year on the job. His office will have announced more than 700 full and part-time jobs and $50 million in new investment. Now that's really good. There are a few things I'm optimistic on, Van Gions said earlier this month. I think it's important to know that a lot of these projects have a long lead time, sometimes a year, 2 years or more, from the first conversation through groundbreaking. We have more than $1 billion worth of projects we're looking at in our community right now, and there are a few of them I feel very good about. But it won't be until next year when more than $1 billion we're looking at in our community, if they come through. Van Gions, whose name is pronounced Gions, see, I wondered how you pronounce this, now they're telling me, arrived in Fayetteville with a resume polished over a 9-year tenure in Salisbury, where he was in charge of economic development. The 42-year-old Connecticut native oversaw the creation or retention of 3,500 jobs and more than 1.6 billion in new investment in Rowan County, which is about 40 miles south of Winston-Salem. Now, where am I at up here with the time? Because we've got lots more. Salisbury Mayor Karen Alexander said she has known Van Geens in the community before she was elected 2 years ago. He contributed to an emphasis on technology and earned the name Robo the Techie. Okay. Must be a real technological guy. He was very passionate about his job, Alexander said. He was always interested in the latest technology upgrades. I think everyone brings a different perspective to any job in any community. Every community has specific needs, and everyone approaches those needs in different ways. Everyone approaches meeting those needs in different ways. Van Geens sees parallels between Cumberland and Rowan counties. In some ways, there are similarities in where Rowan County's economic development efforts were when I got there and where they were when I got here, he said. In both cases, economic development was going through transition when I arrived. It was in the midst of a transition. Still, Cumberland County is unique in many ways, which can be a benefit and a curse. Fort Bragg dominates the economy, which meant extraordinary growth during the height of the post-9/11 wars, while most other U.S. markets tanked. But in the wake of combat drawdowns, budget cuts, and sequestration, Fayetteville's economy softened. I'm going to stop there because it goes on and 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 on, and I think that's probably enough. Have you got anything that's interesting?
Well, I got a column from E.J. Dion's, the Washington Post columnist.
Yeah, we've got, let's see, I'm watching the thing there because I have to do the television schedule.
Okay,
and I try to do that about 4 minutes before the end of the broadcast. So I don't run out of time, because I run out of time usually.
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead and start now. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll just close up then. Okie dokie, people. Well, we got ABC. It actually looks like things might have gone back to something resembling normal. The middle at 8, fresh off the boat at 8:30, Blackish at 9, the mayor at 9:30, and Kevin probably saves the world at 10. Now, there are no little N's in any of these, which normally means they're new. Okay, ABC, deleted same one. They messed us up something terrible. CBS, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 8. 9, NCIS. And 10, Victoria's Secret Fashion Show. Okay. And this one is, I think it's Fox. They don't say, you know, they've done a mess up with this. Let's see, 8 o'clock, Lethal Weapon. 9 o'clock, The Mick. 9:30, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And 10 o'clock, News on Fox 50. I guess I was in the right ballpark there. Okay, NBC, 8 o'clock, The Voice. This is new, woo! And 9 o'clock, This Is Us, that's new. And 10 o'clock, Chicago Med, Nothing to Fear. Chicago Med just came back. This is its first show. I love that show. It's a good show. So I'm glad it's back. WUNC, the 60s generation, folk rock and pop hits from the 60s, and then the Vietnam War. Civil War continues in Vietnam. You know, this is the second time they've run this series, and it was very, very informational. We recorded them all, my husband and I, so we wouldn't miss any of them. And that looks like it for these. A&E, the first 48 at 8, the first 48 at 9, and Who Killed Tupac at 10. AMC, there's a movie that starts at 5:30, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, and goes on to 8 when The Book of Eli, 2010 adventure with Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman, and then another movie at 10:30, Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, let's see, there goes the music. Turner Classic Movies, 8 o'clock The Front with Woody Allen, made in 1976, and then The Landlord after that, a 1970 movie with Beau Bridges and Pearl Bailey. Well, well, well. And so that about covers the television. I hope there was something on there that you found interesting. And this concludes our reading of the Fayetteville Observer. Your radio hosts have been
Linda L. Miller
and Tina Beatty. And please tune in at 1 p.m. when you can hear an hour of the Paraglide, 2 p.m. for a tape broadcast of the Southern Pines pilot, 4 p.m. you can hear Off the Bookshelf. Additionally, you will hear a rebroadcast of today's Fayetteville Observer tonight at 9 p.m. We will now join the Raleigh Network for additional news of interest. Thank you for tuning us in. We've enjoyed being with you this morning. We hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and we hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week on the radio, God willing. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to turn this off.
Me either. I'm terrible with all this high tech.
That's the streaming one.
Huh?
That's the streaming or something. So if you know what that is, I guess you get it.
Good working with you.
It's nice to read with you too. You're a good reader.
I got my time. I thought she said 11:15. It was 10.
Doesn't matter. I was